Hi guys, today I'm in a kitchen because this is going to be a Halloween baking video. I'm today going to be making some Halloween styled muffins with my friend Flo. I'm super excited and I'm really getting into the Halloween vibe, so let's go. So for this recipe you will need 255 grams of plain flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 110 to 170 grams of caster sugar, 1 egg, 240 milliliters of milk, and 90 milliliters of oil or 85 grams of melted butter. So you can bake these muffins on 375 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or you can bake them at 190 to 200 degrees Celsius. Have fun! Okay, so to stop any confusion with the sugar, what you need to do is if you're baking anything that's quite sour, so like blueberry muffins for example, you would want to put more sugar in it because that makes it sweeter, right? Yes! And so if you were baking something with chocolate in it, like chocolate muffins, you want less sugar in it because that's already sweet. Yay! Okay, so first things first, you want to take your 255 grams of plain flour and sieve it into a bowl. Okay, so next you want to weigh your caster sugar. We put 110 grams in these because, like I said at the start, if you are cooking something with chocolate in it, you don't need as much sugar because it's already sweet. And then sieve it into the same bowl that your flour was in. Next, you're going to measure 3 teaspoons of baking powder. These cannot be heaped. So before sieving the baking powder, you want to add your salt to that. So you can take your half a teaspoon of salt, do it as rough as you can, and sieve them both into the bowl. And then you need to change over bowls. Next, take your baking butter, it can be any kind of butter, we just chose this butter because it's better for cakes, and you're going to put 85 grams in there and then stick it in the microwave. So with the microwave, I set it to a minute, and every single 10 seconds I took it out and stirred it just to see how the butter was getting on. It doesn't need to be in here for the full minute if you keep doing this. So if you find a measuring jug, you're going to take your milk, we used the semi-skimmed milk, and you're going to put in 240 milliliters of milk into this measuring jug. So we used another cup for this because we didn't trust me not getting any eggshells in there. So as you can see, I'm very scared about putting 1 egg into there. You need both white and orange bit of the egg. So here is the melted butter from earlier, and what you're going to do is take your egg that you've just cracked and put it into this bowl and then keep mixing. Once they are mixed together, you're going to take your milk and add it all into there at once. You're then going to create a well type thing in the flour and then just pour in your butter, egg and milk mixture. And with a wooden spoon just mix together. So as we were making chocolate orange cupcakes, we had to split the mixture. Now you can do this at the start, but we might have forgotten, and then in one of them you just add the orange grind and in the other one you add cocoa powder. So we added orange food colouring into the orange mixture just to give it more colour, and we also added a tiny bit of black food colouring to the chocolate one, just to make the chocolate darker. Then we decided what Halloweeny colour cupcake cases to use. We went with brown, orange and green. And then we filled a third of each cupcake case. Do not put these more than half because you're going to put the other kind of mixture on top of this one and then the chocolate one again. You'll understand if you keep watching. a straw, yes a straw, to mix these to make them a bit more marble. And you basically just keep folding the mixture and then carry on. So here's what they look like before they went into the oven. Remember to leave a bit at the top because these muffins are going to rise and you don't want them spilling out everywhere. I just had to eat the mixture. And this is what they look like when they came out of the oven. The one that is closest to you now, which I'm going to zoom up on, reminded us of the Nightmare Before Christmas because of the kind of swirl. Okay, so with the muffins, we've just kind of finished them. We haven't finished the decoration or anything like this. We're just trying to decipher what icing's best. So we're now trying it with buttercream. Flo's just gagged on it, so this is why I'm filming tasting it, right? Oh no.
It's buttery, isn't it?
It's horrible. It's like all around the bottom. My tongue doesn't want to touch it. So we found that it was best if we cut the tops off the muffins. Get your parents to help you with knives if you're below the age of, I don't know, about 18, and continue to do this. So this leaves me to make the buttercream. Put a tiny bit of butter in compared to the amount of icing sugar you want to put in, and then you just keep mixing. You can see how much icing sugar I used in this. This batch was a lot better than the last. I liked this batch. And then spread the buttercream onto the muffins. Make sure this goes right up to the edge because they will look a lot neater if you do this. Now for the icing, we actually used Royale Icing, which we bought from Waitrose, and we don't have a rolling pin, so we initially thought of using this until we thought of using a mug would be a lot easier. So this is what we used to roll out our Royale Icing. So like I said before, please ask your parents for help when handling knives, especially knives as big as this. And Flo was making a ghost here, as you can see, and this is really simple to do icing. I mean, I even managed it and I made a pumpkin. We had to take the pumpkin off though because I didn't go up to the sides like I've told you to do, so remember to go up to the sides because they look really messy if you don't. We've got a pumpkin, spider, cat, hat, ghost, vampire, cobweb, broom and a full moon. I did the ones that look like they've been done by a 3-year-old.